Hello everyone, welcome to Do Dream. In this video, I brought to you the current affairs of 15th of February and 10th of January 2022 daily current affairs on your fingertips. Let's start the video. ISRO has successfully launched its Earth observation satellite EOS-04 and two co-passenger technology demonstrator and scientific satellites from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh. As you can see, the ISRO, Indian Science Research Organization, has successfully launched its Earth observation satellite EOS-04. EOS-04 are the satellites equipped with remote sensing technology. You must know that Earth observation is the gathering of information about Earth's physical, chemical and biological systems. EOS-04 weighing 1710 km and with a mission life of 10 years, designed to provide high quality images under all weather conditions for applications such as agriculture, forestry and plantations, soil moisture and hydrology and flood mapping, right? Okay, next. Israel has become the first ever country to allow drone flights in civilian airspace. Okay, drone flights in civilian airspace. It means, I meant to say that Civil Aviation Authority there in Israel is allowing a drone to operate for agricultural, environmental protection, crime fighting and for the good of the public and the market as well. So as per the authority wants it to be done. Okay, right? Next, the Indian Railways will soon set up the country's biggest wrestling academy in the Kishanganj locality of Delhi for the wrestlers in railways. Okay, as you can see here in this information that a wrestling academy will be set up by the Indian Railways in Kishanganj, as a place somewhere in Delhi, Kishanganj. Okay. Next, Frank Walter Steinmeier has been re-elected as president of Germany for another term. So Germany's president now re-elected. What's his name? His name is Frank Walter Steinmeier. Next, Bank of Baroda will acquire Union Bank of India's 21% stake in India First Life Insurance Company. Next, Reliance Jio has partnered with Luxembourg-based satellite and telecom service provider SES to provide satellite-based broadband communication services in India. Luxembourg City is Luxembourg City itself. Okay, as you can take a look in your map that the Luxembourg is surrounded by Belgium, France, and Germany. Okay, let's come to talk about telecom services provider SES. Telecom service provider SES is socio-economic status. SES is a measure of individuals' social standing or condition in society determined by income, education, occupation. That's it. Okay. Next. Reliance Jio. Oh, okay, I completed it. Okay, next, Yes Bank has announced the launch of an annual startup in Naval program. Yes Bank Agri Infinity. Okay, next, Ilker IC has been appointed as the new CEO and Managing Director of Air India. CEO, Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of Air India. So Air India's CEO and MD newly appointed is Ilker IC. Next, a book titled How to Prevent the Next Pandemic, authored by Bill Gates. So Bill Gates has written a book titled How to Prevent the Next Pandemic. Okay, next, the Agricultural Products Export Development Authority celebrated its 36th Foundation Day on 13th February. Next, India has signed an agreement with the United Nations World Food Programme for the distribution of 50,000 metric ton of wheat that it has committed to sending to Afghanistan as part of a humanitarian assistance. India is leading country in across the world as known to be humanitarian assistance, because India always try to do this kind of assistances to the another country. Next. Union Power Minister RK Singh, Rajkumar Singh, said that India will achieve zero diesel use in agriculture and replace the fossil fuel with the renewable energy by 2024. Okay, so zero diesel use in agriculture means to minimize the use of diesel in the irrigation activities, so as to emission of toxic particles mixing in the environment can be reduced by 2024. Okay, next. Okay, this is the current affairs of 10th of January 2020. Okay, it starts with this information. The first is the World Hindi Day is celebrated every year on 10th January since 2006. Okay, World Hindi Day celebration has been started in 2006. Okay, so World Hindi Day is celebrated every year on 10th January since 2006. Next, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has declared 26 January starting from the year 2022 will be observed as Veer Bal Divas every year. Veer Bal Divas every year. Veer Bal Divas every year will be celebrated on 26th December. Next, the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade is organizing the first ever Startup India Innovation Week from 10th to 16th of January 2022. Next, Industrial Promotion and Investment Corporation of Odisha and GAIL India Limited have signed Memorandum of Understanding for cooperation in the areas of green hydrogen, green ammonia and renewable energy, solar or wind may it be, for the production of eco-friendly fuels in Odisha. Green hydrogen or green ammonia is defined as hydrogen or ammonia produced by the way of electrolysis of water using a renewable energy. Right? Next. Japan and Australia signed a landmark defense treaty named the Reciprocal Access Agreement to counter China's expansionary military and economic policies. Reciprocal Access Agreement is a defense treaty, and Japan-Australia defense agreement signals the middle powers are willing to play an active role in the region side of Indo-Pacific Ocean, and as you can say that it has been means this treaty agreement, reciprocal access agreement, has been international topic of Quad. Quad took it to the paramount of member states of understandings, right? Next, the center has extended the tenure of Navrang Saini as interim chairperson of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India for 3 more months till March 5, 2022. Next, Losong Namsong is annually celebrated across the Indian state of Sikkim on the 18th day of the 10th month of the Tibetan lunar calendar, which also marks the beginning of the harvest season. Okay, so on this festival, the charm dances are performed, and as you can see here that it is celebrated for the ending of the 10th month of the Tibetan year in the rural Sikkim, right? Next, the Gujarat government has launched student startup and innovation policy, which will have provision of setting up active innovation and incubation center in all universities. Next, Reliance Industries Limited (RIL) has announced the acquisition of controlling stake of 73.37% in New York's Mandarin Oriental Hotel for around $270 million. Okay, this is a great news of being Indian. Very good. So Reliance Industries has acquired, the controlling stake of 73.37% in New York's Mandarin Oriental Hotel for around $270 million. The great news. Okay. Next, according to the first advanced estimates by the National Statistical Office, India's economy is expected to grow 9.2% in the current financial year. Next, the Reserve Bank of India has approved the reappointment of Anup Bakshi as an executive director of ICICI Bank for a period of 5 years. Next, Ministry of Home Affairs has constituted a 3-member committee headed by Sudhir Kumar Saxena to inquire into the serious lapses in the security arrangements during PM Modi's visit to Punjab. That's all for today. I will bring the next 16th of February and 11th of January 2020 daily current affairs on your fingertips.